So last meeting, you brought in armed men to remove me. You claim to have the moral authority to, when a school district just 3 miles down the road, parents would be allowed to speak without a mask. You claim not only the moral authority, given all of these schools where it's clearly a divisive issue, not only do you claim the moral authority, you're right, you claim the moral authority to use violence and force. And that's the real shame. So you brought guns in, and now you've brought guns in again. And I brought something more powerful than guns. Free HUGS. Remember these signs from a few years ago? The free HUGS guys? You're allowed to do this kind of thing. And it's folks like you that have killed it. Kindergartners. I used to love to see the kindergartners. We had a daughter who was kindergarten. They hug each other. And they don't do that now. It's an important part of development. Smiles are an important part of development. Love, human connection, being able to see faces. These are things that are important for young children in development. You guys need a hug. Brian, hug? You afraid to give me a hug? It'd be a violation of the rules. How about you, Dr. Morse? Can you give me a hug? That should be your right. You shouldn't have to. I'm afraid of hugs a little bit. I'm quite a scared guy sometimes about this virus thing, especially early on. You should have a right to not give a hug to anybody, and you should have a right to wear a mask, and I would support and defend your rights absolutely to wear masks and to wear a hazmat suit or anything else. But you don't have a right, if you want to live in a world without hugs and without smiles and without faces, and you want to take your own risk, that's your right and responsibility as adults, and that should be our right and responsibility as parents. We should have that right as well. And you don't have a moral authority when you bring men with guns in here. You got to think about the ramifications with that. Come on. You're not going to get sick from me. I'm your neighbor. I'm not your enemy. You don't need to have guns. You need more hugs. How about air hug? Anybody? You're not going to get COVID from an air hug. Don't be so afraid. Look at what's going on in the world. Look at what's happening in the world. It's a place of division and hatred and violence. And you brought guns in here, not me. You brought guns in again. You may not like my words. You may think I'm rude, but you are violent. You're a judge for the debate club. Why can't you debate with words instead of violence? Why do you need to back it up? You're a good writer. You're an intelligent, educated man. Why can't you convince me with your words rather than violence and threats? Hugs. That's what you need. It's going to beat your guns any day of the week. And I'm not going away.
Thank you. All right. Announcements, commendations, and comments from the district. Sorry, hold on just a second, Ms. Noy. Mr. Fenton, would you please replace your mask? Mr. Fenton, in this setting, please replace your mask. We have an adjacent room that has both audio and visual communication with this room for those who do not want to wear masks during the school board meeting. All right, we're going to take a brief recess.